Compilation is the new intro until someone gets mad. Okay, bye.
Enough of this character is my son.
This character is my nephew.
Not my responsibility, but I'm taking him out for lunch and buying him Hot Wheels.
He deserves it. Little Pookie.
There's a lady on the train knitting so aggressively and quickly that her needles clack like some sort of cartoon character, and I am super intimidated. She smashed out a shawl in like 35 minutes, and now she's aggressively eating a sandwich. I can't. The sandwich is gone. Packet of chips, gone. Fuel for the knitting machine that she is. She's at it again.
My body is a machine. It takes in sandwiches and pumps out scarves, baby.
Nobody even wants to play toys anymore. Because of work. They're finally giving me a magnificent gilded cup for all the folding chairs I've helped put away at various events and functions.
Long magical Long magical girl transformation, and the whole audience is so excited to see how I will subvert it. But in the end, I just look like a normal magical girl, and they're all booing me because I didn't subvert the genre, and I'm crying because I just wanted to be a normal magical girl. You know, I made this post to make fun of irony-poisoned people who have to subvert everything, but this is literally what being a trans woman is like. Oh no.
People laugh about how cats love boxes. But if there was suddenly a box bigger than you in your living room, you'd probably go in it too.
How dare you be right, you son of a bitch.
Where the fuck is my tablet pen?
There are 3 kinds of LGBT headcanons. 1. Actual queer coding / metaphors. You know, Nimona is trans because her creator made her as a way to express his feelings as a trans person. 2. Vibes. Link is genderless because I said so. And 3. It's funny. Phoenix Wright is asexual because he's the ace attorney. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Yo, this website's easy. Watch. Dangles a bunch of Greek gods like keys.
Post without tags.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, don't worry. Keep in mind, I only know like 2 Greek gods by name. Homer's one of them, and he was good friends with Odysseus, I think.
Oh, fuck, here we go.
Wait, fuck, Homer isn't a god. He wrote the fucking thing. Fuck, just post, cancel, don't look.
Can't wait for OP to be cursed by the gods for their ignorance. Haven't seen a good cursing in a while.
Desperately Google searching for Greek gods to pray to when people notice your online idiocy.
You're failing.
You don't think I know that god of death? Can I pray to you so I can die already? That's right, I do research. I know one more Greek god. Pluto is Roman, not Greek.
The short version is that Pluto is a later name for the god of death, which is often associated with the Roman era / Roman mythology. Hades is the earlier name.
I set up my own house made of sticks and it has promptly fallen on me.
To be frank, I'm pretty sure the consensus is that Homer wasn't actually a real guy, but I could be wrong.
Was Homer a real person? Scholars aren't certain whether he existed. If real, he's not even real! I made this post thinking I knew what kind of fire I was playing with. Hephaestus, god of fire, looking upon me from his fuck-off tower or whatever, said,
"Oh, you think you know? Check this shit."
And promptly set my post ablaze for everyone to observe. Hephaestus doesn't have a tower, he lives in a volcano.
Fine then, big fuck-off volcano, whatever! Early contender for post of the year. Achievement unlocked. Lightning bait. You're basically doing a post equivalent of standing out in a field during a storm with a 10-foot copper pole. You better hope Zeus is busy hiding from Hera.
Fuck's sakes, not again!
Okay, Cybercore, I need you to name every Greek god you know and what they are for, please. For science.
Okay, fine, here's what I found. Hermes, the funny one. Zeus, the lightning, thought he was Nordic, father of Thor. Poseidon, the sea one. Hephaestus, the fire-forging steel one. Aphrodite, the hot one. Kratos, god of war. Hades, the hell one, roguelike. Apollo, the dodgeball prophecy one.
Ares is the god of war, not Kratos.
Why the fuck is the game called God of War then?
I can't believe this post is less than 24 hours old. It feels like something out of classic Tumblr lore. It just keeps going. Hey, OP, would you like a shovel to dig that grave a little bit faster?
Oh, thank you!
I'm personally offended that you didn't mention Hestia, given how many times I've mentioned her on this post alone, as well as the obvious fact that Hestia is Bestia. I'm absolutely dying. It's a mix-up between Zeus and Odin. Can you imagine those two switching places?
Whatever, lightning boys!
Oh, Cybercore, take it from me, the man who once said, I love Persephone. Don't fuck blur with Tumblr. Not sure this will make sense to anyone besides me, but the antidote to negativity is not positivity, it's warmth. Positivity tells a sad person that there is no reason to be sad. Warmth asks the sad person if they want to go get ice cream. Been a moment since I saw this. Glad it's back on my dash when I needed it. Love the way we finish each other's sentences. It's like we're soulmates. Or the Beastie Boys. Shout out to everyone who wants to info dump but can't string together coherent thoughts to form sentences and instead just looks at you like this. Yeah, that's how I feel. Also, this was sent to me cropped like this, so I have zero control on how to fix that. Like how one of the most prestigious and respected marine institutions on the planet posted this with zero context. Well, I think it's pretty easy to figure out. Crabs were once people. Crab people. Remember that? That was a good bit. Me. This is a background character who's in one scene, has 2 lines, and is completely irrelevant to the rest of the story. I'm going to stop obsessing over what to name him and use the random name generator on BehindTheName.com. I'm going to accept the first thing he gives me and move the fuck on. BehindTheName.com. Your random name is Charizard Cockburn.
Fuck it, we'll call him Charlie CB. Mammals both produce milk and have hair. Ergo, a coconut is a mammal.
I know you're being facetious, but this is an actual issue with morphology-based phylogeny.
What are we talking about? Human ability to quantify and categorize natural phenomena is sketchy at best and wildly misleading at worst.
You are allowed to like characters that are as flat as hell. Like, you can stop pretending that your favorite has an ass. It's okay you break your hand on their tailbone if you try to slap it. Just stop lying online. You're killing me. Literally, when anyone calls any of the male characters in Genshin beefy. Like, those are twonks at best and twinks at worst. Have you ever not liked someone in a romantic way and everything is cool and all, then they do something small like touch your shoulder or say something funny, and you kind of just freeze and think, oh no.
It's gonna be...
Listen, Knuckles has lived alone his whole life, Shadow has been frozen for 50 years, Silver's from the future, Blaze is from another dimension. Basically what I'm saying is they'd all fall for Updog.
Sonic wrote this post.
Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it, don't think it.
No.
The Sonic 3 movie premiere is going to be something else. You're going to have people cheering as a young girl gets shot, and you're going to have people trying their hardest not to shout obscenities around the other 10-year-olds in the theater. All right, Chad, since the movie's been out for a while, tell me, how was your Sonic 3 movie experience? Did anyone make the funnies? Fun fact, the Troy Pump action rifle came out in 2014, 9 years after Shadow the Hedgehog. They modeled a gun after Shadow the Hedgehog? Sonic Heritage Post. And then it's so upsetting that Sega did not let him continue having the gun. They made the gun for him!
Behold, giant Sonic outside Shanghai Joypopolis.
Joypopolis? Joypolis. Well, I for one welcome our new hedgehog overlord. He's waving to the lowly peasants. Accidentally said Jesus the Christ today like he's a fucking Sonic. He's a Sonic. God, this sucks. I need to remember suicide jokes are bad for my mental health. Find the Chaos Emeralds. I had a dream that they changed the material handcuffs were made of to this, like, metallic gold color, and people kept trying to get arrested in Sonic cosplay so they could, quote, get those rings. And it was the hottest craze on the internet for a solid 2 months. And basically, every location in the Western world banned Sonic cosplays, and Sonic ended up being a symbol for anarchist ideology.
Have you considered that this is a premonition?
The dream was a prophecy, and the future sure looks bright.
Silver would disagree.
Man, fucked it up already. 2025 is gonna be my year, though.
The earlier you post this, the funnier it is.
2024 can still be your year. Ups and downs are part of life. It's all good. Never give up. It's never too late to try again.
Wow, can't believe Sonic is telling me to live and learn.
I think I like Surge because she's objectively, like, kind of mid. She's like Knuckles level powerful, but she can't even beat Base Sonic in a 1v1. You can forget about Shadow or Supersonic. She's an underdog, and that makes her interesting. She dodges any notions of being someone's edgy, overpowered OC because she's up against Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. And Sonic is he's just that guy. It makes her easy to root for. Funniest parts of each Sonic adaptation. Each of them. Oh boy, here we go. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Robotnik's ass works on anime titty logic. Sonic Saturday Morning. That one episode where they went to the indigenous coded wolf pack and Anton was paranoid and crying about being cursed the entire way because of the sign in front of the cave, saying they'd curse anyone who crossed them, and then at the end he's still being a baby about it, and the wolf pack leader just says, Anton, we made up the curse to scare white people. We can't actually do that. Sonic OVA. The only part of canon lore they remembered was that Tails was afraid of thunderstorms. Also, Sarah's name is spelled different every time you look at it. It's driving me crazy. Why did they do this? How could they? Sonic Underground. Literally everything about it. Take one look at that show and tell me it isn't objectively hilarious. Sonic X. That one episode where they put Sonic on a boat. And he immediately lost every moral he has. Sonic Boom. The fact that the show is basically a normal workplace comedy. And then midway through season 2, They start an episode with a full Bye Bye Birdie parody musical number about how Eggman doesn't actually have a doctorate, and then when the song was over, they never mentioned it again. I never did anything like that ever again. What the fuck? Sonic Cinematic Universe. Sonic has watched Speed, and therefore knows all the swear words. All of them. Bonus round, Classic Gameverse. In Tails spin-off games, he literally just kills his enemies. He kills them. They're dead. He's like 4 years old. Shogakukan. It's hard to tell because a lot of it hasn't been translated into my language, but I'm gonna have to go with the simple fact that the plot is that Sonic is a 10-year-old boy who hulks into Sonic when he's being self-deprecating. 10 out of 10. Sonic the comic. Super Sonic is evil, but then he gets split from Sonic, gets amnesia, and gets a customer service job. That's like the most Tumblr thing I've ever fucking heard. Pre-Sonic Genesis Wave Archie. Oh boy. The Ken Penders, lawsuits, and drama is hilarious, and I'd also like to point out the romantic drama thrown into the comics when there was none of that in Saturday Morning. Like, Sonic and Sally had one argument in one episode. It wasn't even that serious. Otherwise, they were a very healthy couple. But in the Archie canon, everyone's dating each other and arguing all the time, and their kids look like exact clones. Instead of anyone being creative, and Sonic and Saturday Morning was also super feminist and progressives, but the early comics fucked that up, and that's what was I talking about? Now I'm just mad. Okay, so anyway, the funniest part is Mellow the Bee! Post-Sonic Genesis Wave Archie. So they weren't allowed to have Snally anymore, so now Sally is gay. Modern game first. Sonic Shuffle. Sonic fucking Shuffle. Guys, if you ever wanted to play Mario Party with cards and you had to land on the exact space in order to get your prize, play Sonic Shuffle. It's great. Sonic Storybook. You know, those games that everyone loves ironically or very, very much loves, and if you say anything bad about it, you will be shot on sight. Oh, there's a lot to pick here. Gates of Hell. I want to be sacrificed. You're the true King Arthur. Yeah, let's go with the fact that in Black Knight, Amy is technically Shadow's mom. Really, cinematic masterpiece.
Sonic Chronicles. You guys remember that Timmy and the Well bit? Like, what the fuck was that? Sonic Boom Gameverse. Rise of Lyric has a lot of funny stuff, but I'm gonna go with the Shattered Crystal game, where literally every single main character was morally okay with murder and actively trying to kill and skin the villain to make boots for Amy, and the villain gets killed by Shadow appearing out of nowhere and kicking him out of a plane, and the only objection anyone has is that they wanted to do that first. God, I miss the Boom renditions of everybody. Sonic IDW. Surge, I'll give you something to sue me about. The 10 wreck. Flawless. Oh, this is where we realize this came out before the whole show dropped. Sonic Prime. It's not out yet, so it's too early to say, but right now I love that Big the Cat was one of the first characters revealed. Allow me to add to that, since now it is out. It gave us the Shadow-loving Latinos meme. Also the part where Shadow steals Sonic's drip. That was pretty goddamn good. Sonic the Hedgehog is really a funny character, actually. He's the fastest thing alive. He breaks the laws of physics on the regular. He's just some guy. He has time traveled on several different occasions. He is homeless. He became a werewolf at one point. He can't swim. He is an ADHD icon. He killed a time god. He died and was brought back to life. He's 3 feet tall. He can breathe in space. He wears 80s Thriller boots. He befriended the light god of Earth. He only eats state fair food. He was a father figure for a robot that died. He was a prisoner of war for 6 months. He was personally based on Bill Clinton. He kissed a human girl on the lips. He taught the god of destruction how to process trauma. He is canonically King Arthur. He's canonically Santa Claus. He got stuck on a cruise ship once and lost every moral he had. Hey, look at that. It's a callback. He's the only one who remembers the timeline before he killed the previously mentioned time god. He's 15 years old. Actually, I'm pretty sure he killed 2 time gods. How did you? He did all that at 15. Fuck you were doing at 15 years old. Playing Sonic the Hedgehog? Actually, that's pretty cool. Okay, keep doing that. Upon reflecting, the Sonic movie, which was really good, I realized the Sonic franchise has 2 modes when it comes to stories. Story A, haha, whatever, Eggman, okay, boomer, no problem, this is happening, 90s slang. Story B, an ancient god has risen now to save our world. We will destroy it even if it costs our lives to prevent the apocalypse. Yeah. According to a survey, Gen Z is more likely to recognize Sonic the Hedgehog than Shakespeare. Well, yeah, how is Shakespeare going to recognize a blue hedgehog when he's dead? I have misunderstood the post. Sonic the Hedgehog, sustained speeds of 667 miles per hour, could have made the journey from the Shire to Mount Doom, 1,718.5 miles, in over just 2 hours. But he also famously loves rings, so he almost assuredly would have found the thrall of the ring far too powerful to resist. Tails would have had to shoot him. Incorrect. Sonic is pure heart. He might struggle, he might need the help of his friends, but he would never fall to temptation. If he did, though, it would make a really good story. And Frodo's heart was not pure? Frodo's love for his friends was any weaker? The ring would have filled Sonic's head with visions of unlimited chili dogs, and he would have fallen under its power. The line of hedgehogs would be broken. Either that or a copy of Sonic Heroes for the PlayStation 2 that's not a buggy-ass mess. Well, good morning, everybody. Hits you with the remember to drink water beam. The autism mood of never knowing when it's your turn in a convo, so you just say the first word of your sentence in about 5 times before you actually get to speak. It's great. I love everything about it. Characters who refuse to heal. Characters who change but only for the worse. Characters who are trapped by their grief and rage. Characters who unravel throughout the narrative. I am putting them in my pocket for later. You can write whatever you want, whenever, however, forever. I have to write something perfect and earth-shattering, and I have to do it perfectly the first time, or else. New headcanon that there's a Spider-Verse where this dude is actually Spider-Man. Bold of you to assume it is in our universe. I can hear the scream. Tip, you can say Ababa out loud anytime you like. Try it now. Go on, I'll give you some time. Y'all hear that?
Sound like a homosexual saying a ba ba ba. We're all getting older, but age is a relative thing. I've licked things that are 250 million years old. You're not that old, and you're not worth licking.
Claire, this is by far the most terrifying thing you have ever made. I'm not sure what kind of luck the $115 frozen pizza badges are supposed to bring, but I'm not taking any chances.
Good luck, Charm.
It's not delivery. They don't know.
Do you ever become obsessed with a character and you just go, "Of fucking course, it's that one,"
At yourself because you are so incredibly predictable? You know, I cannot relate to people who dislike female characters for being manipulative. She's literally creative problem solving before your eyes. She's literally just using her words. Maybe the other Blorbro should be less pawn-like for her beautiful hands. You ever think about that? You know, you see people describing themselves as loving food or loving music, and you scoff because, who doesn't? And then it turns out there's people who genuinely do live in silence with a mayonnaise sandwich for every meal. The world is so vast. No. You misheard me. I don't have a circadian rhythm. I have a circadian rhythm. I wake up at night and start screaming as loud as I can. Speaking of which, it's 3 a.m. Time to... God, I love having boobs.
Boobs explosion.
What?
Killer bees were created in an attempt to breed tamer and more manageable bees. Did it work? Did it work? For those who don't know back when Black and White were newly revealed, they released only the silhouettes of the starter Pokemon. It's hilarious to look back on. You know, 2 out of 4 were at least correct on the typing, you know? You got that going for you. He's so pretty. I want him to be grievously injured.
Why is this my thought process when anyone makes me blush? Neurotypicals be like,
There's a new social cue coming out. No, we're not telling you about it. Suffer. You guys know the famous YouTuber? The one who plays the games? I think his name's, Multiplayers?
delete this before I steal the calcium from your bones.
Well, I need to clean my keyboard. I got a dust bunny problem.
Behold, a typical gamer engaged in the act of intellectual stimulation known as gaming.
Yeah, you can't spell silly without ill, and baby, I'm diseased. You know, it's incredibly empathetic of me to not skin you alive, by the way. Hey, wait a second. Why are cats evolved to attack invisible things? What do they see that we don't? Oh no.
Discovered Wood Elf, High Elf, Dark Elf. Coming soon, Plasma Elf, Wonder Elf, and Fuck Elf.
Well, what was that last one?
Probably bad RPG ideas. Oh no. Power word, pregnancy.
Well, this is how Jesus was made.
Damn it. Fuck.
Anyone else want a situation away from losing their mind?
Anybody else want a situation away from losing their mind?
Post-a-woo fire's already there. Been through multiple situations. Mine lost time ago. And is an example left behind. How's it feel?
Life is suffering and agony beyond compare.
You know, you don't actually have to go on dating apps to find girlfriends. Many beautiful women are waiting for you on rocks out at sea.
This user is a malicious entity made of sea foam. Out of my way, bothersome footnote. I'm about to Fun frog facts. 6 minutes remain.
Hey, little guy, what does that mean? What does that mean, little guy?
I love when you click the share link on a picture on your phone and you get a bunch of batshit insane options. Like, yeah, let me email this selfie to the periodontist office. Let me send this to my boss on Teams. Perfect suggestions. I love unhinged women. But I also love women who try so fucking hard to be hinged. Clinging to those hinges by her fingernails, oh my god.
Hey, Middle-earth, are there any ecological consequences for those big fucking eagles?
Goblins and hobbits both make their homes underground.
Funniest answer for why Gandalf didn't use eagles to carry the hobbits to Mordor. And yet they came and picked them up after.
Wait. If Clussy means clown pussy, then clock means... Oh. Oh, good God.